Hi, welcome to AFTV. You joined us on the preview of Wednesday's night's game, 7:45 p.m. kickoff between Arsenal and Brighton in the 4th round of the EFL Cup. Sunday really was easy like Sunday morning. I know it was the afternoon, don't kill me. Yeah? For this Wednesday, can we kick the seagulls where it hurts, Sheila? And can my week be brightened up after Wednesday's performance? Good one. I was rolling off the tongue.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've made Laurie smile, so that's a good thing. Like,
it's a good start. It's a good start. All right,
I'll give him effort for. You deserve marks for effort.
Effort.
You know
There you go. I'll take that. I'll
give you that.
Listen, it's a big week. It's my birthday week, but it's also a big week for Arsenal. We're on top of the Premier League. A lot of teams that will challenge us have dropped points. We're going into a bit of a cup. Well, we're going to a cup game, of course, on Wednesday. We haven't won this cup since 1993. Let's start with Lee. I've got Lee and Laurie with me. Let's start with you, Lee. How serious?
Who did we beat in '93?
Who did we beat in '93? Sheffield Wednesday.
Ah, well done. Oh, you told him.
No.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
Because we won't see you at Burnley, but happy birthday.
Yeah, you won't see me there. But listen, let's go to you then, Lee. How important is this game? Should we be taking it as serious? As really? It's Brighton. It's a tough game. Of course, it's a good side. They're a very good side. But people might be thinking, oh, look how the Premier League fixtures we've been having. There's a lot on the team. Should we be heavily rotating? Are you taking it as serious that you want this silverware? You want this trophy?
Yeah, I want this trophy, but I also believe we should rotate. And heavily, and this is where you rely on the squad. This is what you've got a big squad for. Certain players need to get minutes. But I'm looking at this, and even with those changes, I expect us to win the game. And I want us to do really well in this cup, because I think this will be like something to move us on, to go on to bigger and better things. So we've got to get this team winning. And momentum's a big thing in football. I don't care what anybody says. It's, if you keep winning, you keep winning. If you do slip up, you've got to start again. So for me, I think it's a really big game. And 2 years ago, you remember this, when we come out of West Ham, when we lost to West Ham, I said, it didn't really matter. That's the last time.
It was there.
That's the last time I was ever going to say that. And that's right. Now, for me now, it's, we got to semi-finals last season. I want to go one better and get to the final. I want us to get to Wembley. This team deserves to get to Wembley, but to get to Wembley, you got to win games, and you can't take things not seriously.
He's right. I think Brighton are sitting in 13th currently in the league. But Laurie, what Lee was saying there, we was at that West Ham game, we got knocked out, and it was painful. It was a painful day. Rain. Yeah.
I remember Declan got enough stick.
It was a bad game.
Cold.
But we've come forward a lot from that time there. Are you taking this as a fan? Are you looking at this and saying, Arteta, you better take this one serious? And yes, there's cause for rotation due to the game we played on the weekend and players maybe being, coming in with injuries. Are you saying, listen, I need to take it serious, we can win this trophy early, and like Lee said, that builds momentum for the following trophies? Or you like, if we go out, it's collateral damage from how well we're doing in the Premier League?
No, I'm with Lee all the way, mate. I'm with Lee. He's absolutely right, bang on. Trophy we've not won since 1993.
Correct.
Was you even born then?
I wasn't.
You weren't.
I was not born. Sorry, lads.
Wow.
Sorry, that was quite bad.
Bloody hell.
And I think we've only, if memory serves me right,
how long ago is that now?
20. Well, I'm 30 soon. Oh, damn.
1993.
And I think that year we won 2 cups in one year.
But beat Sheffield Wednesday in both finals.
It's like 32 years ago, 31 years ago.
Look at that, Sheffield Wednesday close to going out of business.
But
we've got a pretty poor record, to be honest, in the EFL Cup. We last won it in '93. I think before that, you have to go back to '87.
Yeah,
we won it.
Oh, raw.
Yeah,
Charlie Nicholas Cup final.
Yeah. Lost to Newcastle in the semis. Remember 2011? We lost to Birmingham on Wednesday.
Yeah, no, I remember that one. I do remember. I was alive.
Some bad times in that.
In this cup,
in '88.
In this cup, we've had some real bad times.
2018 lost to City 3-0.
Mm-hmm. Chelsea won.
Chelsea, that's in Cardiff when Theo scored. I was at that game as well.
Very early on in that game, then there was a brawl at the end, wasn't there?
That pretty much
tells you.
We won the brawl.
There was one at Villa Park as well, which I'm sure we lost as well. But anyway,
our record in this competition is poor. We've not won a trophy now for 5 years. We've got a great squad, great players. Everything is aligning well this season. But like Lee said, let's kick it off with a trophy. A nice day out for the fans at the end of February.
Get it early as well.
Yeah, that first trophy. It's important that we do well. I really want to see us. This is a massive game for me.
Does this trophy got? I'll ask both of you this. more significance then, or not? Not as an Arsenal fan, just in general. Over the years, we've seen Man City, we've seen Pep take it a lot more serious. I think even Jose was here as well in the Premier League. He says, listen, win everything that you're in. It's not considered a major. We know that universally, but I don't know. I feel like I really want this trophy, and so for me, it's definitely got more importance for me as a fan. But there'll be people that are quite pompous or turn their nose up and saying, this is a kid's trophy. You play your kids. Wenger always used to do it. If you get out, it doesn't matter.
Listen, it was never like that when I was growing up. It was always a big trophy, and I give it my best day at football was the semi-final in '87 against Spurs at White Hart Lane. It was the best game that I've ever been to when we beat them 2-1. And, after the two leg games, we had to play them in a playoff.
Yeah.
We went there and won again. It's the best. So I didn't go to Anfield '89, so didn't have that. But '87 in that was the best. Is still to this day the best away game that I've ever been to. So the League Cup,
I did not know that.
The League Cup means a lot. But what happened was Arsene Wenger come along and he changed everybody's narrative on that by playing the kids and saying it wasn't important, and you sort of bought into that because you was winning leagues and going deep into Champions Leagues and things like that, so you sort of accepted it. But now it's sort of turned around a little bit when we are hungry for success. And at the end of it, I want to go to Wembley as many times as I possibly can in being a fan, you know what I mean? And for me, it's a big thing. If you lose, it's not as bad as perhaps going out of the FA Cup, I get that. But I can tell you what, it was a long and lonely trip back from Newcastle last season when we lost in the semi-final.
Even that. Even that.
And there is that thing of having bad results fueling it for something else. So hopefully the players remember that and go on. I want us to win trophies. I want us to win more than just one, and accepting one trophy a season, you know what I mean? I want us to be greedy. Start being greedy. This is an opportunity to be greedy.
Yeah, I'd be very frustrated if Arsenal, especially...
Last season when Newcastle won that trophy, I know they'd not won a trophy for X amount of years, but there was literally grown men crying.
When
they won that trophy, there was people I heard on radio interviews saying that next to their children being born,
this is the best moment.
That was the best moment of their life. So, as Arsenal fans, we should take things like this for granted. You know what I mean? We should look at this trophy with any kind of inverted snobbery. You know what I mean? We need to win things. It's been a while. We've got an excellent opportunity this year because the squad is so strong, playing so well. So, like Lee said, let's capitalise, man. Let's go for it.
Have any of you done anything over the weekend? Because this police helicopter is circling and getting lower and lower. Anything you want to admit right now before I get... No? Anything bad? You've been good? You behaved?
Bit well behaved.
Arsenal
winning always behave when Arsenal win.
This helicopter is very much going to seem like it's been hovering over us. Anyway.
No, but when you're living in London, man, this is a daily occurrence.
Yeah, but brother. Anyway, all right, do you know what?
I live, they're always flying over here. So, sometimes waking me up in the early hours of the morning.
All right, well,
anyway, that being said, this is a massive game, and I'm pretty sure the players... One thing I've noticed about the players this season and the whole mentality and psyche of Arsenal, it's different this year. And I'm seeing that, and I'm pretty sure that you will see that same mentality, that same approach on Wednesday.
Well, we're obviously playing a good team, Brighton. We've got to talk about Brighton a little bit. We haven't actually lost them in the last 4 games. We've drawn 2-1-2. They played, let me get this right, they played Barnsley and won 6-0. Absolutely battered them. We obviously played Port Vale, which I thought was going to get a stat pad score and we'd smash them a 6-5, but we didn't get that.
What was it?
Do you remember it?
No, I don't even remember.
2-0.
Was it 2-0?
Yeah.
There you go. I don't even remember the score.
Probably the most. Even I remember your fan girl saying, "Listen, this ain't gonna be the one you write home tomorrow. You're not gonna remember."
I've even forgot it already.
We won 2-0, and that game. I'll be honest, it was boring. But for you boys, a Brighton side that's very good. They got good players. Danny Welbeck, obviously, he always seems to score against us or against Man United, his old club. People like Minte play for them. Baliba plays for them. They got good players, very good players. Yeah. But do you think they'll cause us problems? Do you think it's a team that, listen, we're not, as fans, we're not going to be arrogant and understand. We understand what Brighton are. But how do you see it playing out? Do you think it's going to be a boring game? Because I look at Arsenal recently and think, apart from Atletico Madrid, I give them credit, Arsenal, for that. But these games of late, even Port Vale, they're a lot less side than what Brighton are. It seems like it's going to be quite a flat game.
Yeah, no, I tend to think that because it's a one-off game, you know what I mean, there's no points at stake. All it is if you either win or lose, you know, whether it goes to penalties or whatever, both teams have got to go for it. Whatever happens, you've got to get a result. I think that encourages teams to play a little bit more. I do. First and foremost, do I think it's going to be a hard game? Yeah, I do, because I've got a lot of respect for Brighton, the way they go about things. Them and Bournemouth, I've got so much respect for what they do. Sell their best players and bring in other players and still keep the momentum going is a wonderful, wonderful thing that they do. And they've always caused us a few problems here. If they don't cause us problems here, it's at their ground. So we always have a tough. Whether the 2 times we play them or 3 times this time, there will be one of them when it'll be really, really difficult. So listen, they're a difficult side to play. Even though, you know, against Man United in their previous Premier League game, they could have got back into that. There's a couple of decisions that went their way. Listen, when you beat them and when you've had to work hard to do it, and we're going to have to work hard to win that game without a doubt.
100%. And for you, Lloyd, do you see Brighton causing Arsenal any problems? Got a great defence. I think we speak about it every week, but Brighton are. I'm not overlooking Brighton. This one, I always feel like Brighton always are a tricky side. They got Rutter in that team as well. Who's very good in that midfield, really strong. They got a strong foundation in that midfield. Will they cause Arsenal problems? Will it be a low-scoring game? Will it be something that, you know, we're not going to be jumping for joy over, in the sense of, wow, we just slapped them 4-0. As much as I'd want that, we're going to be quite realistic in this game, and it might be quite a low-scoring game. Do you see it being like that?
I definitely see it being a competitive game. I mean, it weren't that long ago they come there and beat us in the EFL Cup. I guess what I'm saying is that, Brighton definitely will come here and they will feel that they can get something. You remember Declan Rice, was it Brighton he got sent off against?
Yeah. So that's where it all started, that whole, you know, kicking the ball away and all that. It all started from that,
And like both you and Lee says, they do have talented players. Minte, Wobeck.
There's Rutter in there.
You know what I mean.
There's Belieber in there. There's
Belieber. The Japanese guy, I think he's injured at the moment.
Yeah, he's not starting as much at the moment. I think he is injured, if I'm being honest. But yeah.
And they've got a good manager, a good young manager who will, you know what I mean, will come with a game plan. We saw on Saturday against Palace, their manager set them up well, caused us a few problems in the first half. So it won't be a pushover by any stretch of the imagination. I know we're going to talk about it later, but I would imagine that Brighton will go strong, so we will have to go a little bit strong as well.
You know? Yeah, I was going to say, before we get to score predictions and we wrap up, is there a team or any players you think if they go in there you feel worried about? Because you say, we got to go strong. But even our B team, there's not a player that I say, that's a weak link.
No, I don't. And the only thing I'll say is probably Declan Rice won't play in this one, so we're going to miss his set pieces. So we're pinpoint with the accuracy. As you can see, when he came off, the corners weren't quite the same. So listen, it's a skill, it's an art. So
do you rush him back? If he's a semi-fit, do you just say, look, just get through?
Declan's so important that he plays Saturday. And then obviously the Champions League and then the next 3 games, you know. And then,
don't need to rush him back.
We're
always talking about the squad depth.
No, I agree.
But set pieces
I think
are
with
a
Declan,
weapon.
he's going to go and play for England. I don't know about you, like yesterday. He looked a little bit jaded yesterday, like, you know. He goes
him and Saka
so much work. But I'm resting him for this one.
I thought you could add Yoker into that list as well.
So they've got to make a few changes. But I do think that, you know, set pieces won't be as key if he's not playing. But listen, there's other ways we can win. And listen, this is about, for me, I don't know about you, but how I look at this is, is this squad really as good as everything that they say it is? Well, go and prove it tomorrow.
Can you manage all these games? Can you keep going further in competitions and keep up this level?
And keep up this
level.
Like he did on the Champions League, couple of players in and out, another couple more rotated. Same one's being rotated, by the way, at the moment. Martinelli, Trossard, and
Calafiori and Miles
Lewis-Skelly. It's going to be a few more being rotated. Can you get to the level of what we've been doing? And that's what I'm encouraging, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Well, that's the test. That's the test for all players that are in the squad. They know that you've been a player at club. You know what it's like when you're waiting for your moment. You got to go take it. And that's the test for you, for the players that are listening, and I think they understand that. Let's hope we can keep to the same level that we have been keeping in the Premier League and in the Champions League as well. Now, I know. Listen, this has been electrifying. Not as electrifying content as you may have hoped, because it's the preview, and the most electrifying content is going to come in the predicted 11. I think that's where everyone's going to be focusing on, because we've got to decide who we want to see play, who can play, who's going to be available. So that'll be coming on the channel as well, so look out for that. But before we close off, score predictions for this game Wednesday. Are we going through Is it easy? Are we going to penalties? What are you thinking? Where are we going?
I think it's going to be a tough game, but I think that it'll be a hard fought 1-0, 2-0 win, like, you know, and I'm going to go 2-0. I back this defence, whether it's the starting lineup or the second night, because at the end of the day, it's not just about personnel; it's about the system that they play. They'll all be like tuned into it, and I think that it'll be a tough game, but I do expect us to go through.
For you, Laurie?
I'm expecting a win. One thing I'll say about Brighton, they do score goals. We said in the EFL Cup they scored 6 a couple of times, but they also concede goals as well. They conceded 4 against Man United. We owe them one. Last time they were here, they beat us 3-1 for the
Cup,
EFL Cup. They beat us 3-1. I'm thinking we're going to do that to them this time. 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal.
They might score. They might be one of the few teams that are going to score a goal at the Emirates this season. But yeah, 3-1.
I do want to. I want to win, not just obviously for the team and an Arsenal fan, but also just to stick it a little bit on Hurts. I just feel like he's a young manager. Big him up, congrats. It's tough to come into his Premier League and survive and whatnot, but like he has a bit of an air of arrogance. I know people think Arteta has that, but I remember after the red card with Declan Rice, he was like, it was definite a red. The way he was very annoying. But you know what? Let's hope Arsenal win. I'm gonna go 1-1 penalties and then Arsenal win. Yeah,
Bit of excitement.
A little bit. Well, listen, I don't want to go.
Excitement at the Emirates.
Little bit, but I've been waiting. I've been dying for it. But I feel like I've been dying for it. For a little bit of entertainment. Let's hope we get it come Wednesday. But let's hope Arsenal do go through. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
I'll be majorly
below.
disappointed if we don't go through, I must say. I'm really looking forward to this
I'm with
game.
you on that, Laurie.
I really want to win this.
Will there be meltdowns?
No, but we'd be disappointed, and rightly so.
Yeah,
No, there won't be a meltdown. Obviously, it depends on the performance. If we go in there in spirit, then yeah, there will be meltdowns. But I'm not expecting that. But if we was, God forbid, to come up short, I don't think there'd be any meltdowns. But it would be seen as a big disappointment.
Massive disappointment.
Particularly because we're at home as well.
Exactly, and because we're playing so well.
Exactly. Well, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you stay locked in on AFTV. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell so you know when we upload. It's a big week for Arsenal. Take care.